everybody, it's Racetrack Ladies.
Hi, how y'all doing tonight? We just got finished watching the race in Chicago.
What was it called? Lifelock?
Lifelock.
Chicagoland
400. Do something. I don't know.
It's a Chicago race.
It's Chicago race. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah.
So we just knew going into this race tonight
We would be sleeping.
because the race last night it was pretty boring.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the NASCAR cautions, there would have been nothing going on.
Or as Tony
There would
Spotter
have been
called
nothing.
them, entertainment.
Yeah, I'll talk about some entertainment. Yeah, so anyhow, so the race tonight was the Cup race from Chicago, and Brian Vickers
on the pole.
again,
And next to him was Scott Speed.
which was amazing.
Yeah.
A little Red Bull up front.
Yeah.
I had a shot the other night with Red Bull in it.
Okay, well there you go.
I'm just like, share that.
Not sure what we're supposed to do with that information.
I'm not sure either.
That would be Lady in with the cocktails.
Right. But we
Anyhow.
digress.
So,
Anyhow.
yeah, so the race starts and it's Chicago.
Yeah, it was kind of a yawner, you know.
Kind of. We were on laptops, we were on iPhones, we were doing all sorts of stuff.
I was
Let me
playing
just say-
Mafia Wars.
Let's
Yeah.
see, it was lap, what, 35, and we were like looking for stuff to do.
We were like, oh my gosh, we still have over 200 laps to go.
You knew you were in trouble when they started going through the field at lap 35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't
We're like-
anything to talk about.
And car in 35th position, we're like, oh no,
Yeah.
this is a bad sign.
We are scraping here, people.
Yeah, scraping.
So I believe at one point the channel changed and we didn't notice.
Right, the channel actually, I'm watching it, I'm going, I don't think this is a race anymore.
I got a new remote control, and apparently some portion of my body touched a button that I didn't know
Imagine
about.
that.
And
But
no-
it took us a while to figure out that, hey, the race isn't on.
That's a really long commercial for cage fighting on pay-per-view.
That's when you know a race is a little
Yeah.
boring.
It took me to figure it out. Nobody even noticed for a
And I was
while.
like, oh.
So we flew over to the race and, we had missed the thing.
Missed the thing. Everything was exactly how it was when we left it.
So, we had the basic same people running in the top 10 almost the entire race.
Yep. Yeah.
So, Boyer was up there, Kane was up there, Hamlin was up there, Mark Martin got up there, Jimmy Johnson was up. It was
Well,
boring.
but I mean, every now and then you'd have a driver try to do something.
Right.
Well.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
Kyle Busch was trying to overdrive his car, and
Yeah,
then
he
paid
was.
the price
And you know
for
what
it.
happened?
Well,
Bit him in the butt.
Yeah.
That happened towards the end.
No, it happened towards the middle of the race.
It was the middle, yeah.
Because he hit the wall, got loose. How many times did we see him sideways?
Hey, he was driving his car.
Not very well.
He was what is it? It was overdriving his talent or outdriving his talent or something.
Well, and then Kyle Busch wanted to outshine his brother,
yeah.
right?
Well, sure, but
Sure.
Kurt Busch. Well, we'll talk about him later.
Yeah.
So anyhow,
Got
Kyle
issues.
Busch then started struggling, and then he couldn't regain, and then he went down a couple of laps, and I must say I was
Bye.
not happy about that.
Well, and then he ended up breaking out. We went, oh,
Okay.
there he goes.
Well, no, he ended up blowing up an engine. He just,
Well, it's because he was like pouting when he was getting out of his pits that one time, and he's
Yeah. You know what? If you're not nice to your equipment, it's not going to be nice
That's
to you.
right. Okay, so then, pretty much we had NASCAR cautions throughout the race.
Yeah.
And our first real caution, I believe, was Sam Hornish.
Yeah.
Oh, now that was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? It didn't look like he hit hard, but he had a lot of smoke.
Well, he had a lot of smoke, and then we weren't seeing the thing come down.
Didn't see the net come down, and I'm like, dude, all that smoke, you got to get out of the car.
Dude.
Oh, well, he's just unbuckling. Okay, drop the net. And then the
Yeah.
safety workers are like, they better be hauling some butt if I'm in the car and there's all that
Well,
smoke.
I think they were sleeping.
They changed the channel.
Well, no, when the safety guy got over to the right-hand side of the car, he pulls out the window, and all of a sudden the plume of smoke is coming out.
Yeah, right across
Like,
Hornish's face.
I would think there's an issue here if there's that much smoke.
They didn't seem too excited.
No,
They weren't
didn't.
worried.
No.
So eventually he got out and life was okay. So
Yeah,
there
he
you
was
go.
all right.
Yeah.
Moving
We're happy that he's
forward.
okay.
Yeah, moving forward.
Moving forward, I think what we were at lap 2.
Well, really, what did
maybe?
exciting to the very end.
The last 20 laps.
Yeah.
Finally, we
That's-
had a race happening. But wait. Was this when we had an issue with Jeff Burton?
Well, that
Junior
would
got loose.
Wait, because I want to talk about what he said.
Oh yeah. So Junior kind of goes in between, but Junior didn't cause Paul Menard to get loose. Well, he might have, but he didn't bump him for Paul Menard to lose control. I just knew Paul Menard was not destined to finish in the top 10. It just wasn't going to happen. It's not natural.
He was in the top 10. But we knew
He wasn't going to finish there.
No, it just doesn't happen.
Come on.
That's kind of an ouch.
No way.
Yeah. So anyhow, Paul Menard loses control, spins around, whatever.
Junior helped him.
Takes out Burton.
Yeah.
Big time Burton.
Yeah. So Burton was just kind of a victim of circumstance at that point.
Yeah.
So then he gets out of the car and he gives an interview.
Yes. And what was his issue?
Double file restarts.
Shootout style.
Yeah, he's had enough.
He don't like it. He
But
don't like it.
I guess, but the thing is that the double file restart had nothing to do with the fact that he was involved in that accident.
No.
It wasn't, but he said he don't like it. He don't like it one bit. He's over it. He wants to see it gone.
Yeah, and I bet he doesn't like seeing lap cars on the inside either.
Right.
So maybe he just doesn't like racing anymore.
Oh!
I'm just saying.
Oh.
Then there are fighting words. Okay, so let's move on to 20 laps because basically nothing in between all that crap happened. We got down to 20 laps and we finally started seeing racing.
Well, 20 laps to go. The important thing was who pitted.
That's right.
That's right.
No one in the top 9 pitted. It was right after.
That's right.
Position 9.
Well,
And who was that?
I think
Jeff Gordon was 8th.
Right, Jeff Gordon was the
Gordon.
first one to pit, and he was running 8th at the time.
Yeah.
It's a
And
fact.
at the time that Jeff Gordon was pitting, Lady S was like, "Oh, I can't believe he's pitting."
But at that point, there were not that many cars on the lead lap.
I called
Right.
Steve
So
Letarte.
really,
Steve
if you were
Lapart.
back at the tail end of the lead lap, it really didn't matter if you were going to pit or not because you were going to basically restart kind of where you were at anyhow.
Yeah.
You might be able to gain a couple of spots
So-
on pit road.
And Jeff actually came out, I think, 9th or 10th, so it wasn't so bad.
Yeah,
Well,
wasn't
and
so
I
bad.
couldn't figure out
He
why
came out 10th.
Junior was pitting because he was
He did start
16th and he
8th.
ended up 16th.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah.
I think he's still practicing.
Okay, but the thing was, so they came out, they restarted, and this is when everything started breaking loose.
They all started going like this.
Yeah, this is when Kurt Busch, well, I don't know, this is when Denny Hamlin, I guess, got into Johnson.
Oh
Well,
my
no, it's
Lord.
No, Denny
Hamlin's
Hamlin.
Hamlin and Vickers were in front.
Yeah.
They were trying to take each other out as
Right.
usual. The Toyota cars love to take each other out,
Right.
so they did that for us. Thank you.
And then Mark Martin went, ha, thank you.
But then Jimmy Johnson starts falling back, and there's Jimmy Johnson, Kurt Busch on the outside, Jeff Gordon on the inside.
Yeah.
Well,
It
Jeff,
was- it was almost
meanwhile,
like,
Jeff
Jeff.
Gordon is coming up. Jimmy Johnson and Kurt Busch are like this, going, wait,
Bing,
no, no,
bing,
no.
bing,
And
bing,
then they go,
bing, bing.
boo. And then Kurt Busch is like, hey, what up? And so
Bam.
he goes back, and Jeff Gordon goes, see ya. And then
Yeah.
he goes on up.
Be ya.
And then Denny Hamlin's up there, and he's like, back forth, back forth, back forth. And then Jeff Gordon goes on, and he's messing with.
Then Jeff Gordon's in second place. Yes.
Well, no, wait, he's still got
He has
Casey
passed
Kane up there. He
Casey
got-
Kane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that's
he
Casey
probably gets
Kane.
Casey Kane, but the thing was that the whole Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson thing. So Kurt Busch, get over
Oh
the
my
fact that there are
Lord,
racing
the
incidents that
interview.
happen periodically, and get over the interview.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Well, I heard a lot of whining tonight.
Yeah,
There was
Hamlin-
no cheese.
Hamlin was whining.
No,
Yeah,
Kurt
Kurt Busch was
Busch was
whining.
whining.
Jeff Burton
Jeff
was whining.
Burton.
Yeah, let's
They were all
not
whining
whine.
because you know what? I saw some racing there.
Well, because they only raced in the last 20 laps.
That's right.
Well,
So,
and one person that we've not talked about, and of course you guys know I'm going to talk about Tony Stewart. Well, he started way back in the field. I mean, way back, and he
He
fought his
did.
way to the front.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and he
let me
finished
tell you,
great.
He was running. This is my time, girls. He was running strong.
Yeah, but who won $1
And
million?
so he's having great pit stops. Well, then he has a pit stop that's not quite.
We're
so
not
great.
recapping his
And
whole
he
race
had
here,
to come
people.
back in, but then he ran over something leaving pit road, and he had to come back in. Let me tell you.
Okay, he finished fourth.
Okay,
All right,
and Newman
but
finished
listen
sixth.
to me.
Stewart,
Okay,
Haas
so
racing.
the key to the race was the restart at the end.
That's
with
it.
3 laps to go.
And
Yeah.
3 laps to go, and guess who finished 1-2 and won $1 million for 2 fans?
That
Mark
is
Martin
awesome.
and
Jeff
Jeff Gordon.
Gordon.
Jeff,
That
you
rocks.
could have maybe won if you hadn't spun your tires. We'll work on that, buddy.
Yeah, and LaFart, way to go, man.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my Lord.
So,
she
yeah.
did not.
She did. Okay, well, so that was kind of our take of the race. So there you go.
We love you.
Love you guys. Okay. What? Any last minute?
I was gonna say it was exciting at least at the end.
That was the only time it was exciting. NASCAR make the races shorter. We'll be happier and they'll get more people watching. Okay.
All right, everybody.
All right, everybody be sure to check
You're
us.
gonna like that.
Yeah. Well, check us out on our website at racetrackladies.com. See ya.
Bye.